Hello guys, I'm glad to see you again on my channel. This is Kirill, your justice analyst from Belarus living in Germany. After seeing our next country skyrocketing in the bookmaker odds in the recent weeks and now actually leading the bookmaker ranking, I definitely had to take my time and to react to the Swiss song for the upcoming Eurovision 2024 called The Code, performed by Nemo. Nemo is 24 years old from a small town in Switzerland, and the singer came out as a non-binary in November 2023, and they realized that now it gives them the freedom to break the code, so to say, and to go to Eurovision with this big statement and to help the other people feel, welcome, appreciated, and accepted. So that's what the song is kind of about. I have heard only short part of it in the Eurovision Scoreboard app in the past. It did grab my attention, but I decided I will save it for this reaction. So I'm not really sure what to expect, but it should be definitely a banger if it's now leading the bookmaker odds. But Switzerland is generally a country which I always liked in the Eurovision Song Contest. I think even at the times when they couldn't qualify to the final, they had some pretty damn awesome entries. For example, even 2007, Vampires Are Alive by DJ Bobo.
Let me change your world.
Vampires are alive. The legends have to survive. We'll never...
But probably my favorite ever entry of Switzerland in the Eurovision Song Contest would be 2005, Cool Vibes by Vanilla Ninja.
Why don't you turn your eyes away? Can you see we're free to die? Cool vibes.
So I don't think that the song of Nemo will go to any of those directions, but I'm very much looking forward, so let's get right into the reaction. So first of all, let's start with the official music video for the song. I have heard that there was quite a powerful live performance at the Madrid pre-party, so I think we should definitely take a look at that one as well. But first of all, let's just hear the song itself with all the production and see how much I will like it.
Welcome to the show, let everybody know I'm done playing the game, I'll break out of the chains.
So he already looks like a very charismatic performer from even this first seconds. You can see his facial expressions, which are very captivating. And the music video is quite interesting in the train. Okay, quite an unordinary setup, but interesting, intriguing.
You better buckle up, I'll pour another cup. This is my poem, so drink it up, my friend.
This is already very theatrical, this sounds almost like a song from some musical or something, but I like it.
I went to hell and back to find myself on track. I broke the code.
I think their head voice is really stunning, so much control in it, such a beauty in the voice, so really impressive.
Like Gemini's, I just gave it some time. Now I found paradise. I broke the code. Yeah, let me tell you a tale about life.
I found the paradise, I broke the code. So basically, Nemo is telling us how happy they become after accepting themselves, after realizing the truth about themselves, breaking this sort of code. It's a very beautiful message.
But the good and the bad, better hold on tight. Who decides what's wrong, what's right? Everything is balanced, everything's light. I got so much on my mind, and I've been awake all night. I'm so pumped, I'm so psyched. It's bigger than me, I'm getting so hyped like...
Yeah, it's very interesting mix of genres. Now we had some rap. Actually, I have read that Nemo is a rapper, first of all. So that's what I was actually expecting throughout the whole song, but it's quite a cool addition now. So we have some pop opera, some normal pop vocal, this rapping, it's just everything at the same time. But that's what Eurovision is about. You know, you have just 3 minutes, you have to showcase as much talent as possible, be unique, and that's what we definitely see from Nemo's performance.
Let me taste the lows and highs. Let me feel that burning fire.
I'm just wondering if this operatic vocal, if this is actually from him or it's a pre-recorded backing vocal, because if it's his and he can really transition so easily from one voice to another one, this is really, really impressive.
I went to hell and back to find myself on track. I broke the code, like I'm not.
It is very, very intense. Like the instrumental is intense, his vocal is intense, even the visuals in the music video are intense. But as I said, in Eurovision, you just have 3 minutes, you have to captivate. This is captivating. I think this is right what Eurovision needs. If this is the winner or not, for me so far hard to say, but I definitely see it somewhere very, very high in the top.
Now I found paradise. I broke somewhere between the O's and ones.
Oh, this is such a beautiful part. Now it becomes, you know, kind of more personal. So again, completely different setup. We have so many different songs, even I would say, combined in one. And I'm really there for it. Really nice concept.
That's where I found my kingdom come. My heart beats like a somewhere between the O's and ones. That's where I found my.
Oh, that's really beautiful. You know, between the zeros and ones, they found their kingdom come. Yeah, that's really beautiful message that, you know, nowadays you don't have to belong to one or another gender or like some predefined groups. You just can determine your own future. Luckily, our society becomes more and more accepting for this kind of things. And I think that's really wonderful that finally in Eurovision we have a representation of a non-binary person. So yeah, I wish a lot of luck and success to Nemo.
Kingdom come, my heart beats like a drum.
Wow, what an impressive vocal it was. This beautiful transition from actually chest voice and through the head voice to this operatic vibrato. Really beautiful, really love that. And it seems like this operatic voice actually comes from them. Really impressive. Okay, let's be honest, their operatic vocal is definitely not, you know, for like Grand Opera of Milan or Vienna or something like that. It is still a bit more hollow than the regular operatic voice should be like, but it's still an amazing integration in the song. I think this is enough for the Eurovision stage. We are not going to, you know, an opera concert. So really beautiful. I really love the diversity in their voice. So not only in their, you know, appearance and in their gender, but also in the voice quality. Really impressive track. If they can deliver this kind of vocals also on live stage, because the song is really not an easy one. And Nemo is not now a very well-seasoned performer whom everyone knows. So yeah, I'm a bit worried, but having heard that in Madrid, they did really well in this live performance, I'm quite optimistic about this one. Yeah, very beautiful song, very beautiful ending. Actually gives me a little bit of arcade vibes, which I had after listening to that song of Duncan Lawrence. But can it have the same result as Duncan? I don't know. And now I will quickly take a look at the live performance from the Madrid pre-party. Wow, this whistling note was actually really, really impressive. So I'm really happy to see that they are performing all those complicated notes from the song actually live and not with some pre-recorded backing vocal. Really cool.
And I've been awake all night. I'm so pumped, I'm so psyched, it's bigger than me, I'm getting so hyped like.
Wow, this rap part was really impressive. I think it's a very good addition to the song. Might be one of my favorite parts of the song.
Somewhere between the O's and ones, that's where I found my kingdom come. My heart beats like a song.
This is definitely my favorite part of the song. It is so personal, so beautiful. I really feel their vulnerability in this part of the song. And then this horn comes and, the whole power slowly comes back with this very powerful note, I believe, afterwards. Really amazing part. This is, for me, what takes my attention and what takes my vote for Nemo. Yeah, the agility in their voice is just incredible. How they can switch from the slow chest voice, then to the head voice, then to the falsetto. This is just beyond my understanding. I cannot do something like that myself. Really, really impressive, really, really cool. And now I can definitely feel the winner vibes from this one. Whew, this entry was intense. I have to say, in this intensity level, it reminds me a little bit of the song Not Alone by Aram MP3 from Eurovision, I think 2014. Of course, these two singers are completely different. The message of the song is very different. But in general, this intensity, especially towards the end, is kind of similar. Also, in last bridge of the song of Aram MP3, there are also horns coming in. So the same is what Nemo did in their song. But I think it's an amazing entry. And yeah, just let's now take a look at generally how Switzerland did in the past in the semifinals, how the bookmakers are rating it. So let's just start with the history of Switzerland and the contest. And as you can see, Switzerland is ranked 22nd from the last 15 years of Eurovision among those 30 countries participating in the semifinals this year. And it puts them only on place 11 in their second semifinal. And if we take a look at the last 5 years, where Switzerland really had that huge breakthrough in 2019, we can see that they're ranked 15th, and which puts them on the place 5 in the semifinal. It's still not as high, especially taking into account that they actually had 2 third places in 2019 and 2021, but they didn't qualify in accordance with the televoters 2 times in 2022 and 2018. In 2022, they were of course saved by the juries, but in all the last 3 years, 2021, 22, 23, all the entries of Switzerland, they were really targeting much more the juries than the televoters. Gion Tears is definitely a very good example of that. I will remind you that with that song, he managed to have the first place in the semifinal in accordance with the juries, but also the first place in the final. So this was definitely a very much jury-oriented song. I think this year's Swiss song is actually appealing to both televoters and the jurors. I think to the jurors because of how modern the song is, how impressive his vocal abilities are, and for the televoters, basically because of his charisma, because of his very interesting appearance. I'm sorry that I keep using his, of course it should be there. It's just, I'm not really used to see so many non-binary persons in the contest or in general. So excuse me for those mistakes if they are coming from time to time. And I think this time they can be appealing to both and they can profit from this. And as I have already said, in accordance with the bookmaker odds, Switzerland is currently on place number 1. So it's the main favorite to win the contest. Of course, if we take a look at the semi-final odds to qualify, Switzerland is also on place 1. So the qualification is here not really questionable. It's more about if Switzerland can win or not. And now it's time for the Eurovision Scoreboard app. So in accordance with the current standings, Switzerland is on place 2, just behind Italy and above Croatia, Greece, Belgium, and everyone else, basically. So I can definitely understand why Eurovision fans put Italy higher. I have heard that song because I have watched all the Sanremo performances. It is just, girly bop, girly summer bops, and this is something what Eurovision fans always relate well to. I'm not sure that this will be as much appreciated by the televoters as, for example, Switzerland. However, Switzerland is also sort of song where I would expect that it should be hyped by the fandom even more than by the regular televoters because of the message of the song, because of this inclusiveness which they are trying to promote by the song. So yeah, the placing for Switzerland is actually pretty good in the Eurovision Scoreboard, but I think once the rehearsals will start in Malmö, depending on the staging, Switzerland might become a favorite also of the Eurovision fans. So talking about the staging, we have seen the music video, which had this train and so on. I don't think this is something they can implement on the actual contest. We saw the live performance from Madrid pre-party, which just didn't really show much of the staging, but at least it showed us that he has a lot of charisma and a great voice. So I don't think that they will bring like huge performance with a lot of additional equipment and so on. I don't think the song really needs it. The song is so intense. There is so much going on vocally, melodically, with all the genres, this message. Also, his looks will be definitely striking. So I don't think that we should bring too much on stage. Otherwise, it will be just overflow of emotion and impressions for the televoters, which might also, turn them off from this. So let's just keep it simple. Let's try to focus on the singer during his performance. A lot of close camera shots, no backing dancers. Maybe they could do a couple of, costume changes because they definitely have a very good understanding of fashion and bring all those incredible looks in the official music video. So I think they can definitely play with that a bit. But I'm very optimistic. Switzerland has really proven to us in the recent years that they know how to stage their songs for Eurovision. So we just have to wait and see what kind of incredible staging they will bring. So this is what I think about the Swiss entry for Eurovision 2024. I can definitely understand why it's one of the main favorites to win the contest. I personally have really enjoyed the song. I'm not sure if it is for my playlist because of, how much is going on in the song. For me, it's more like theatrical, musical, or even Eurovisionary, but not necessarily like a radio hit. But I'm really curious to hear from you what you think about this one. Do you see some other country having much higher chances than Switzerland? From everything else what we have seen, I didn't really get from any other entries such winner vibes as from this one. But please let me know down below in the comments what do you think about it, and let's see what other countries brought.